Hi everyone, I'm Megan Langworthy and I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner practicing in Oregon and Washington and New York State. And I wanted to reach out because I know the holidays are a little bit tricky and New Year's resolutions can be anxiety provoking. And I have some ideas about perhaps how to reframe this time of year so that you can begin to really enjoy it and maybe even luxuriate in it a bit. One of the biggest pitfalls when we want to create big changes in our lives is that we don't spend enough time preparing. We don't spend enough time sort of mulling over what big changes might entail. And oftentimes, big change starts with eliminating something, like a food or a behavior, a person. And what I recommend is that as a first step in creating transformation, without even setting a New Year's resolution, is to create space in your house for reverence, for mulling, for having some downtime or some alone time. And if you don't have a room with a door to shut, that's okay. You can get a box and you can fill it with anything that you love. Things that make you feel good when you look at them or when you pick them up. Or it could be a corner in a room if you don't have, a whole room that you can take for yourself. That's fine. And what you want to do is start to create space that when you look at it, when you feel some of the objects that you bring into this area, that you feel more like yourself, or you feel more excited or more peaceful. But basically, you're beginning to amplify things that you're passionate about or things that you respond to aesthetically. And the reason why I think this phase is so important is that it's like prepping your brain for change. You're starting at the very beginning with what kind of environment do I need to really relax, or what kind of environment do I need to let go or get excited about the future. You're setting a foundation. And so your brain starts to wire around what it is that you're trying to get after, so that when you go to bring in bigger pieces of whatever your goal or resolution is going to be, you're already warmed up. You already have, your brain has an idea of what it is that excites you. And I recommend spending a week or two on this, on simply creating a space or a box of things that you resonate with. And it doesn't have to be age appropriate. It can be a box of crayons because you like the smell, or it can be rocks or crystals, or it can be anything, paints, statues, anything that when you enter this space or when you open your box, that it's cueing you to go more into yourself. It reminds you of what you love. And also in this area, bring in some notebooks and a pen, because you will need them down the road if you decide to take this as a full course later on. And the reason why you'll need a pen and some paper is that when you write as opposed to when you type, there is a different connection in your brain, and it's easier to get better outcomes with writing. There's some data around that, around writing out goals, writing out affirmations, however you language it, and outcomes. So I recommend just getting some college ruled notebooks and some pens and having them in that area for down the road. So after about a week or two, fine tune, put the final touches on your space, and sit and take 3 really long deep breaths. And inhale in what you've created and exhale it out. So again, you're adding rather than trying to take something away. You are amplifying what delights you. And you are breathing in more oxygen. And in taking even just 3 deep breaths a day, you're getting more present. really setting the foundation for sustainable change. So that is part one. And after your space is all set up, if you're thinking about maybe doing some online classes with me, you can email me at my private practice, which is admin, ADMIN, at asanapyfunctionalpsychiatry.com. ASANAPY, asanapyfunctionalpsychiatry.com. And we will put you on the list for the other two parts of this class. I hope that helps. I hope you're able to let go of New Year's resolutions and instead just take some time to slow down, unwind, set yourself up, and think of any resolutions or intentions that you're dreaming about. Think of them as something that you'll work on over the next 12 months as opposed to the next 12 weeks. And be kind to yourself. Give yourself the time that you need to go step by step. And if you notice as you're doing this that you're wanting to eliminate something or you're wanting to move really quickly, it's a good time to just stop and breathe. Just one nourishing breath. Remembering that to start, you are adding to your foundation. All right, I hope everyone has a good rest of the holiday, and I look forward to seeing you soon.